Watch it. Yep. We don't live in watch it. Watch it a fool. You watch it's a fool? No, watch it's a fool. Fool. It's a fool. Oh, what?
Soraya.
There's no room for to sit down without bending because I can't bend my knee.
Oh,
I butt my knee on big land.
Hey.
On this one, so I can't bend my knee.
Oh. Set.
Yes, you can. You still bend your knee. When I you did bend your knee. No, all the way on the floor. I can't.
Soraya, bra.
I saw you did all.
Soraya, Papua. Soraya, bro, Papua. Tun for our in your component upon Kwame Chron in the mountains. As I see, I'm pony moi. As I see, I dear most I may be a democrat. I both only have someone else until you me moment about when I see a trouble on your community. A fontana, Sutana, but Fatano. I couldn't do once I've been coming. A CJP at the Waff was before me now for a piano or any number. None again, and I said, and then. The banana and apply some fun of house and some answer some of us. There's no be mando, yeah. Yes, Ramo, Unquatintin, yes, Ramo, Abrapa, any subampa, any young papa, I never boy and bra. You see, or better, or then a Quasiana opinion, and so you're the Yanson of the pay in cherry. My Bibia Uncoso to tear the Amaya. Fancy one, I say, Obranya, Obranya Wabo. You so, Yababo Brapa, Trebaya, Bibia, because a year the Amaya. My Abibifahodie, Yansa, and Coswo, and Puntuo, and a Bibia Honia. Now the unpressing young Cosoni dear. On my Bia or Pesa Anka Abima Gijadia. Yow. On my Bia or Pesa Anka Abima Gijadia, or Jan Shinas Punina, and Anka Bakumina. After the Mayan bought none nom being. Yow.
Kenya.
Yow.
What? Kenya. No.
Kenyatta.
Zulu.
Yow.
Maya Angelou.
Yow.
Harriet Tubman.
Yow.
Frederick Douglass.
Yow. 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 Yow.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yow. Na efra ba kwa na efra mi na munyi na mamra me jimunsiyo. Na sede ka no munshira yin na yesia hai. Munshira mi apai. Yese won pese wo yonko ntwan nkro wo so won trade. Man ntwan nkro man trade man trade ya brota wo nyina yesira mo dabroma. Munshira nyina kusukusa.
Well, that was it. Looks like a piece of Looks like a piece
So you missed it. Congratulations.
of what?
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Kwame Ankai. Kwame say more sorry. More sorry, you all should stand up.
I don't know what side it is.
Yako? Sorry. Yo, abre mon kozo mon kamwacho.
We are an African people who remember the humanity, the glory, and the suffering of our ancestors. We'll honor the struggles of our elders. We'll strive to bring new values and new life to our people. We'll have peace and harmony among us. We'll be loving, sharing, and creative. We'll work, study, and listen so we may learn. Learn so we may teach. We will cultivate self-reliance. We'll struggle to resurrect and unify our homeland. We'll have discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We'll live as models to provide new directions to our people. We'll be free and self-determinate. We're an African people. We will win and we have one. We will win
And we
have one. We will win and we have one. Ashe.
Who are you?
I'm the seed of my ancestors. I'm the hope of today. I'm a builder to those on board. I'm a promoter of African ways.
What is your purpose?
To use my personal skills and talents for the benefit of my community. To think of others first and build a larger African unity.
Where are you from?
Mama Africa is my home, liberation is my song. You can't steer me wrong, I'm African to the bone. Birth is not the beginning, and death is not the end. I am because we are, together we shall win.
We pledge allegiance
To the red, black, and green, our flag, and the symbol of our eternal struggle into a land we must obtain. One nation of black people, with one God and a soul, totally united in the struggle for black love, black freedom, and black self-determination. African land where our ancestors are
This is
from.
my dog.
E is for build, step by step, one by one. C is for
Louder.
to make things better. D is for determination, we want to do it better. E is for example, to be human.
Loud.
S is for focus, to pay attention to our needs. G is for growth, to change from good to best. H is for history, we may put to the test. I is for identity, African people are we. J is for journey, Arma Apa land sea. K is for knowledge, to fill our minds. L is for love, of self and kind. M is for many, both young and old. N is for nation, our homeland to control. O is for organize, to get it together. P is for power, the more the better. Q is for question, to know the how, what, where, why, and when. R is for reliance, to be strong from beginning to end. S is for struggle, to fight our enemies toe to toe. T is for teach, to pass on to our people whatever we know. U is for unity, together both day and night. V is for values, another long run. W is for work, which is our best hope. X is for the unknown, which is the Negro. Y is for youth, the future are we. And Z is for zero, which is all the gift.
Wait. Nara asasini, eyabo dindin mayen. Mojana na nanu seguna de to mayen. Adumene wososo, sayebe yebiatwaso. Yenetraso koto kane ya pese komina. Ariye ramudemaya sase hodo atuse. Omano sebileyo, omano seriyo. Eyesena hose, omafo branetre. Omano sebileyo, omano seriyo. Eyesena hose, omafo branetre.
Omanim dear
Try, Anahadin Yara Kwai, New Brasil Deseo Manubona Hurai, Amre Neobupa, Yoko Yi Peda, Amufa
Mama Sete Kwamu Mani Krabia Yeji. And Lord, not they are sondre in Kotopa Breoma.
Amano Serio, Amano Serio, Ayesena Hose, Omafo Branetre, Omano Serio, Omano Serio, Ayesena Hose, Omafo Branetre.
Amano Serio, Amano Serio, Ayesena Hose, Amafo Branetre, Amano Serio, Amano Serio, Ayesena Hose, Amafo Branetre. Oh, not I.
Starting to now I get to go type up all the words and then I can say it. Now whose voices are missing? I'm not hearing Essence. I'm not hearing. I'm not hearing Mousy. Hear me. I'm not hearing Sarah.
Okay, I see the resemblance.
Yes, how you
How is it?
here from the States and from
Okay,
back.
beautiful. Good to see you.
She just told me.
I'm Nanaya. Nanaya.
Nanaya. I got that one today.
Okay, I'm gonna go type it up so that next time you think I will have it.
Ago.
Amen.
Ago.
Amen.
Where you dying?
The cripple learns more.
Adenkra bang. Which Adenkra? So Chiamika has said that it is an Adenkra. And I'm asking you. Adenkra bang. You're close. The name of this Adenkra is called Abang. Let's say it together. Abang. At the end of what did he say, Ebano, what do you think this Ebane is? Dang. Musha, dang. If you look at it, what does it look like?
We're looking at the symbol on the drum. So we're looking at that, yeah.
A diamond? Okay.
Diamonds inside of a diamond?
A diamond inside of a diamond? Okay. A gem? That's a good idea. Yeah. A fence. A waffle? That's a good idea. A chip? That's a good idea too. Abia. I said Abia, that's maybe.
Windows.
Windows. Mpoma. That's a good idea too. A house? Okay. Abia. Maybe. Or a field. Abia.
A baseball.
A baseball field. Abia. A house? You see? Somebody. Soccer field? Okay. Mimwamo. Should I help you?
Yes.
Somebody got it right. Fine. Who?
A fence.
A fence.
What is it? A fence.
You can't say it was a commit
Fence. So, Ebang looks like a waffle, but you need to know that there are no waffles indigenously in Ghana, that people don't eat waffles as anything, any type of indigenous food here. Yes. So, that's why we say indigenous. Do you know the difference between indigenous and foreign? What does indigenous mean? You don't know? Okay.
It's something we regularly eat. Like it's something, it's a common food that everyone
Common, that's part of it, but the main idea is something that's native to this place, right? So you can see white people here, but that doesn't mean that they're indigenous, right? So there's a difference between things that are indigenous to this place and things that are not. So also, baseball is not an indigenous game. So you may find people who are playing baseball, but again, that's not something indigenous to here. So you wouldn't necessarily find Adenkra for things that are foreign and not indigenous to here. Do you mind Ebang?
Bye-bye.
Ebang.
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 Ekuka. Ebang. 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 Oba. Wanka. Oba.
Oba.
Tise.
Tise.
Trum.
Trum.
Inshireng.
Shrine.
Nanikunu.
Nani kuno.
Yene Hombang.
Yene Hombang.
I said, Chile.
Trum.
And then I get to me, Shannon, so what do we recognize in any of these words? Na. And then a na, I said, Chile. What is the na? Close.
And.
Yes.
And.
Yes.
Net. We know what net is.
If you say your shasia, I de ebe, and I say adenkra shas. So remember, when we start the day, we start off with a proverb, usually connected to adenkra. Oba, and then I oba. Mama Ogyefuo. So, neighbor. Wo your ba. Essence your ba. Nana your ba. Kayla your ba. Malvi on ye or ba. Chi on ye or ba. Me, men ye or ba.
Oba has
So
something.
it means, yeah, it's got to be female or
Okay.
girl. A woman or something.
They say you were through.
Turma.
You were through. They say you were through. A hangina, you through. You were through. You were through.
Everywhere?
The world?
I'm a giant. Eha. Check. Eha.
Nature?
Bibisa. Yeah, yeah,
We.
see.
Gardening.
Well,
Okay, yeah, we already the garden.
y'all say everything else. The world?
Okay,
The
everything.
earth?
Trees.
Planet? Insuring. Insuring.
Flowers.
Kuno. Kuno. Kala. And I kala ye me yere. Me. Me a kala kuno.
You're here, colors away.
You're calling.
And I kala ye me yere. Or ye me yere. Minso. Me ne kuno.
Bring her.
Colors at home. You're here.
Eja yakanang. Or ye okuno.
Mother and father, husband and wife. Okay, so
Me na me kuno.
your wife, your husband.
Am I a husband?
No,
Am I a wife
no.
or am I a
I
husband?
said your wife.
There me ye kuno. Kuno.
Uno is husband.
Wait.
So woman.
Are you talking about a marriage?
No.
Woman is something like woman tends the garden to make flowers grow and the husband something. I feel like we're playing what's the
Charade.
Wheel of Fortune.
Let me get a vowel.
Okay. Get a noun, please. A verb. What's your verb?
See, no, Okasa. No, Okasa. You were saying something.
No, that's what she's like. The way, like the woman takes care of the flowers while the man does something.
Should I say you here? It means we need this part. What do you mean about? Baby. If you are, Kofabra. Ma and Ransna and Sisoy. Quantum. Mama,
Licorice.
The red vine licorice. That's terrible. That's ingrained in my brain. You don't like the red
Mama, mama, and she's so full. Churodria way. We're Churodria. Churodria.
pen?
We're Churodria. Yes, I'm from Akramen. Now, Churodria way, a tisse way. A tisse way.
Marriage.
And Pabwa way, tisse way. Way, we share.
Sounds like
They're
a
the
pen.
same.
Way.
It's a match. It's a
They're
match.
the same.
This is same.
Way, tisse way.
They're in the same family.
Way, tisse way.
They're both
The left and right?
They're both identical.
And Sawi, a tisse, and Sawi.
different.
Way, tisse way.
They're different. Like no.
This is the same. Oh my god, just
They're
Alike.
the same shoes.
Similar.
What? Different sides. Feet.
Feel like.
Feel like. Now, your chirasi called brofmoa. T is to feel. But in regular English, you would say a woman is like. You don't say feel like in English. But in Chi, you do. You say woman feel or seem like. Through mu. It didn't mu.
Feel like garden.
It didn't mu. I said chira.
so like now they're saying the woman is like song or they're describing her using garden flowers.
Aye. Yeah, and chira mu. Yeah, and tutu hon. Tutu hon. Yeah, and tutu hon.
I'm writing.
Mu. I said chira saying. Kura mu. Kura mu.
Wood.
Water.
There's no water in
Kotoku mu.
Put inside.
Women feel like
And-
garden inside flower.
And her husband.
Fine. I said chira saying.
Well, it has something to do with fence. That's the top word. It's a bang. So,
And husband fences. I know like a stack.
and the husband is her fence.
Yeah.
What?
Hey, we be. Hey, bye.
If a woman feels like a garden inside a flower, then what? Okay, what do you do?
So like when they mean what they mean using the metaphor, so like how the husband's supposed to protect the fence protects the
Chi
flower.
emeka. Mutie. Did everyone hear that? Jina. Sorry, Jina. Can't guess yet.
You didn't write the whole thing. You have to
Yeah, Casa.
So what I said was there's a saying like the man protects the woman the same way the fence protects the garden from any animals that are coming in the
Protects the.
flowers inside of the garden.
Mo, I had it. You know, in some Chi emeka. I had it. I had it.
Hey, that's what.
So, woman feel like garden inside flower, and her husband is her body fence.
Yes, sir.
What's a body frame?
That's the literal translation. Now we have to.
The design, like the
So now, how would you bring this into a regular English sentence? Now we know all the parts. How do we bring the parts together? You need and chichimunti, you know, bobomwa.
Here she
Are we
goes.
going groups again?
So she has.
Yeah, let's do groups. Benkum, Nifa. Uja, mo Nifa, mo Benkum.
Matching.
Yeah, yeah, Aquaba.
Are you serious? Like I was literally just went to that side. Betrayal. That's betrayal.
Me, Chia mo. Lady, I see.
That's betrayal right
You know,
there.
say,
If you go there.
Ben, the bench.
I felt like it.
Ah, yeah. What
He's going to get you guys. Because I gotta speak to his dad. You tell him I'm.
No, that's because that text was small.
Yo, Auntie Yanka, a bang,
Bang,
a bang,
bang.
a bang. I know you're a dinkra, a muhuaha, a bang, a bang.
Symbol,
Auntie, a bear, a butter, a bang, no one said. Oba tete turumu insurance na nekunu ye ne ho ban. Mayanka oba
Oba.
tise
Tise.
turum
Turum.
insurance
Insurance.
na nekunu
Nanikuno.
ye ne ho ban.
Yene hoba.
Eti ye chirase ko brofu mu a sena be. So we translate that into English. How would we translate it?
So that's the literal translation. So now we're going to
Can't you see? There's more of the old age on that side. Look who I'm working with.
Sana ye. When you chirase me mama sima miuno, I'll give you 2 minutes.
Since I'm getting you back.
She tell everybody.
Enti
how
mobo
you
ya no
translate
brofo
it
kasa
to
kasa
again.
mu a mobo
Say
ya
it
na
again
say.
for Alma and who else came for Alma? Yeah, say it again. What you deciphered it as.
What I said was.
Listen, Alma.
What I said.
Okay.
What I was saying was, since the man is supposed to protect the woman, the same way the fences protects the flower inside of the garden, away from the animals.
Got it? You mean slow or low?
That's close. Not the husband protects the flowers. We're saying.
Protects the wife.
Right.
Like the wife or the flower. Keep it so she
Right. So the same way a fence protects a flower in a garden, is the same way that a husband protects a wife.
Can we just write that?
Aren't there some?
That's a good question, can you?
If that's the answer, yes.
Aren't there
You
some
don't
girls
have
that
to
want to
reinvent the
be
wheel, you just gave it to you.
not like protected by a man? And what if you end up marrying?
Yeah, why not?
Make it sound very confucius safe, but hey,
Yeah, but ball. That's a good question. We'll come to that. Let's do this activity. You only have 1 minute left. I can see my back. 1 minute. You have to come up with a whole group answer.
I'm leader again, y'all. I think that's you.
Yep.
the file, the garden. Or just the whole time. The woman feel like garden inside flower and her husband is her body fence. That's the literal.
You're on our side. Yeah, she is. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or is you have Alma.
But she's older. Also, you guys.
No, I'm just in the middle. I am to say,
Oh, sorry.
and yes.
No. Oh yeah, she is. But she's alone.
Yeah. And why not why crado? So who's ready? Why not why crado? Who is ready? Right.
Look what I made. I made this one.
Well, my idea. Everyone should be right. Should be drawing.
Oh yeah, the
and buying. I
symbol
think.
should be on there as well. Did I have
Wait, what?
the symbol on the drum should
I
be on
did
the
it.
paper.
Oh, I already looked it up.
Read it.
That's
The man protects the woman like a fence protects the garden.
Protects the garden or the.
flower in the garden.
Uh-huh.
Flower in the garden. My bad.
Okay.
Mo, you mo yung sama no.
Honey.
And then draw that symbol. Yeah, but that's the symbol of the faith.
Exactly. Excuse me.
Mhm.
Is that a
How is that a fence?
How is it a fence? That's a good question. How is it a fence?
Look, watch, look. These are the flowers. And then the line protects. This is like the flowers. And this is the garden. And this is the flowers.
Good.
Maybe it's many people's fences and many
I see the bumps.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, women need to be protected by a man the same way a fence protects the
And then make
flowers
sure you make
inside
the
the
symbol
garden.
so you know which one it is.
My idea. You mo yung sama no.
Very good.
Come here, can't you?
You are right.
So Kayla, you were supposed to be working with them, so you all come up with ideas of how to translate this into English. No, not everyone has to write the same thing. The woman. So I'll explain what it is.
Remember?
Yeah, Kayla,
We did last
listen.
week.
Where's the...
Into yen share into the home. So let's look at the analogy. Ago. Oba.
Bye.
Kuno. Inshireng. Bang. Into Oba. Kuno. Inshireng. Bang. So the relationship in Kitahua da Oba any Kununtam. So the relationship between a woman and the husband, it is said in Kitahua da Inshireng any Banuntam.
Flower in the face.
Good. So the relationship between the woman and her husband are similar to the relationship between a flower and a fence. Right? Now, Chi, or besides them, so Chi asked the question. Where's he from? And Chi, or besides them, Sambisa. So Chi asked the question, so we're going to let him come and ask it again.
I asked that if there's some girls that don't like to always be protected by men, and I said that what if you happen to marry the girl, and would this still apply to the marriage, or how would you deal with it?
Why not, Chris? Who has any ideas about that?
What?
Didn't you just say if a girl marries a girl?
No. I said that some women don't like to be protected by men. Because they can still protect. I'm one of those women, so I just tell you just have to worry. One of those people that's down for any, sometimes the man needs somebody to watch his back, So you have somebody like that. They don't need to be protected all the time, but because they can protect themselves and they can help protect you.
Alright. Why not why you into the Any other ideas about that?
What about that situation? Woman that's more independent. Moms like that. There are a lot of American women that are forced to be like that. We are forced to be like that, Had to be mom and dad for a long time.
So the woman stays safe?
Like the fence protects.
I know what Jim Fufro. Any other ideas on that topic? You, Auntie, with the actually send you a camp for a memory city. So this is something that lets you know something about expectations in Akan culture. Now, say the Akan no, and yet a memory na tisa. But as we know, it's not all cultures that are like that. So much as here. The Dikano. Into the Dikano, Titrano, and my Iowa Bridge. So the examples that we just got from our elder sisters, mothers, is that especially women overseas in America, in Kwasumbinti, because of enslavement, that there were oftentimes occasions where the men may be killed off. So it remained only them. And I say, or maybe the man may be imprisoned. And I say, or they would make an arrangement where the woman couldn't get money unless there's no man in the household. So there were all types of situations that removed intentionally the man from the situation. Because Eurasians, Europeans, they knew that if this was the case, then there would be some type of stable family. Now I'm on Penasa, and they didn't want it like that. And T said, and yes, Omwano Penanso, Senia, and Yamatiano, just said Omwa, but we saw that because of that situation, they were forced to protect themselves. And T, what was we actually Senia account for almost Beama. So this one is basically giving advice in the Akan culture of how a man should act. Until Wobasha, Ebia or Bawaho, na Ebia Obi Pesa or Tosheno so. So you may see a situation where here is a woman and someone is coming to attack her. So what you're in the Kunwa, we're not too for say, just born home. So what this proverb is doing is giving you instruction that if your wife is here and someone is going to attack her, you must protect her. Now, Ebia, Wobinya, or Kunumbia, or Yohufo, but perhaps, let's say you have a coward for a husband. Now, Obitoshano so now, Ojani, and someone's coming to attack your wife, and you run away. Sa ebeno eyofutuo. This proverb is there as advice to you. Say, and yes, Sana will say, to tell you it is not how you should behave. Samatias, Ebia, Onona Okuta Obano. That maybe she's holding your child, and I say Ebia onyim, or maybe she's pregnant. Ebia untmi nkon sedia wa anka utmi kon. Maybe because of whatever situation she's not able to fight the way you should be able to fight. Now ujana ya, but you leave her to her defenses. Now Janiko, and you run away. With you, and yes, Anna will say it to you that the idea is that this is not what it's supposed to be. Say that you would run away. What I say? There be.
But what if it's something really bad? What if it's a fire at the house?
So you're gonna leave the person to die?
No, what if
I know that's
people went out of the house and we ran away to the other house and there's no firefighters
And the Adrian woman say, so what you kunwa was said the end say, just say what boy you're home buying. So the idea behind this is that if you are going to be a husband, not you specifically, if you're going to be a husband, then it's your responsibility to protect your wife. Watch out here. And should I say, Oban to me, it's not to say that a woman cannot protect herself. Now, so say, wo ya bema, just say, what to me, boy, you're home that if you are supposed to be a man, that you should take it as a responsibility not to just look out for yourself and run away and leave your wife. That it is yours to protect.
What if there was a spread out for to protect your wife? You gotta look at the window before you. If you just open the door, it will just take it. Where's that? It'll be by yourself. You have always
So it would be in his
sharpened weapon, and they end up injuring you. And so while you're trying to get up, they still try and hurt you.
I know that's but so he asked, what if the person has a sharpened weapon? The Benoka said, that the proverb is saying that a woman is like a flower inside of a garden and the husband is like her fence. And she said, so in that case, you need to learn how to defend yourself. And that's the reason why for me I teach something called asakun, which is capoeira. And they said, you know, you walk.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that. Let's make sure there's a system in America called the welfare system, where if a woman has a child and she has to stay home with the child.
Wait, that's an actual machete. No.
Baba, she asked what do we mean by a woman can't get money if there's a man in the house. So I was trying to explain to her.
Not in Mrabi that there was a law that was made, and it said, Ansana Abain Bamausika. The law was that before you could get state money, watch that shit, what was called welfare and things like that. Ansana won't stop between Aka. It should have said, Jesse will need Okunubia Wufi, that you had to have no man in the house, no husband, no man of working age in the house. Now, I know you're quite almost shared that said, Ombe se abusiano. And that was a method that they used to intentionally destroy the black family. Now, I'm more a quite be I'm going to say abusiana, so I notice it in a quite be I'm so they say abusiana. But they had many methods for destroying and breaking apart the black family, but that was one of many. And that was a motivation so that the woman would say, I don't even want a man in the household. Now, so I know a whole lot of women in my age group who don't even know who their fathers were. And for many of them, it was because of that type of law was the reason. Being so, there are others who their fathers were imprisoned, and also quite fufro.
While we were at Alma's birthday party, she has so many more swords than just that.
What?
You have swords?
Plastic. These are plastic.
So what if?
Oh, so that's not real?
He even has a gun, a plastic gun.
So, so let's say that mama wants to kill me. So what would I do? Mama yes to say what person will come. The same as some, the same to me giving in some. I'm a woman.
What in the world is
No,
that?
but obviously to carry a sword you gotta be.
The sword.
I thought it had a cover on it.
That's what I did. I thought that was a sheath casing.
It's just for training. It's just for training.
When you're holding like,
Hurt somebody with
Because
that.
girls could fight.
You could hurt somebody with that.
Anybody.
You could kill somebody with that.
yeah, like a batsman.
Yeah.
Bat,
Do you
a
need
baseball
these?
bat, a stick, anything that size to get wheeled a lot.
And say, we not Cheretania, it will say, I come from Myanmar, Etiano. So this is some to give advice to our kind men of how to be. Now, if you name say, Ya Santua and Sone Oho, but we also know the story of Ya Santua. Now, Abraham, now Memo Suro say, Umbekon, Onuna, or Kase, Asama and Kunubanya, Yere. So there was a woman named Ya Santua, why not Tinidin, who's heard of her name? And when a war came, some of the men were too scared to fight. So what she said is that the husband spirits would get wives. The husband spirits would get wives. And also I said to her, what does that mean to you? Or someone couldn't get it.
The husband spirit would get wives.
Yes.
Oh, why?
Wives. W-I-V-E-S. Husband spirits will get wives.
So like maybe the brave husbands that get wives because they follow the proverb.
Oh, I know. The brave ones, I mean, like the women would leave the man who was too scared to fight and go to the front.
Exactly. So not necessarily the ones who would fight, the ones who already fought and died. So the idea, and the Adrian woman that said, Mama, so what she was implying is that all the brave men had already died and had become spirits. And I said, Emma, Umbeja, Omokunoma, Umyahufo, na Afidia, Umbeko Ware, and Samanfo. And what she was saying is that the women would leave behind their cowardly husbands and go and marry the ones who had already died. That means that the women themselves would die on the front lines and become spirits, and they would marry all the brave ones who had already died before. You understand?
So the women now would go and fight.
Exactly. And they would die, and when they died, they marry all the brave ones who were already dead, because apparently there are no brave ones still alive.
Oh, I thought they just killed their
It's to keep it, let them know to keep fighting. And even if the men are too cowardly, women, you go ahead and fight, and you'll meet your brave warriors if you die.
Right, on the other side. All the brave ones who went ahead, who were already dead, they will go meet them. And see, yeah, home and my bibrea,
But that's not a problem if you die. You'll go to the next round, spirit round.
Oh,
Whatever I mean to.
I can't take this stuff.
Is it the same people though? Oh, these are old.
Yeah, paying your coupon.
Imagine them.
We are not kind of coupon. Oh, you know,
Guess I'm just gonna have to drive them out of here.
So I've been
No, I don't. These aren't medical. But I know you would.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
you.
Warner.
If you die, that will be a problem.
Why do they even come?
It's not eating. It's
No, I'm saying it's not really business. It matters.
The one that was evil, he died. Every 2 days,
Did you guys
Well,
come
cool.
here on Monday?
We are done.
Even though it was raining?
Right.
You got to school even though it was raining?
Well, up on her. Did he hit her?
You know what was raining?
Yeah.
One. What's it? What's
It
it?
was raining at home for us.
It was raining so
Bubble.
hard that we had to close school.
Shit. And one of you.
unlike her.
Well.
I guess she used to because when we first came here, they kept pushing.
And Kosi, he
She was
didn't
throwing
Kosi.
sand.
Shemanim. Shemanim. Babu Shemanim. And one of
Daddy
you.
gets off.
Press out. Ago.
Amen.
Ago. Ago.
Amen.
Until the tofa, I say. Man, so